This was the most honest decision the Japanese had ever made. Accepting their defeat, they drew their knives and prepared to take their own lives. One by one, the soldiers fell, but the last remaining officer lost his courage. At that exact moment, America's atomic bomb had already been dropped. In seconds, everything around was about to turn into flames. The officer stood frozen as he watched the growing cloud of destruction approach. Just as he tried to kill himself, Wolverine appeared. He grabbed the officer's hand and rushed toward a dry well nearby. With a thunderous explosion, they both jumped in. Everything above was completely destroyed. Inside the well, Wolverine threw the lid over the officer. His name was Shiro, and then took the full force of the blast himself. A minute later, when Shiro looked up, Wolverine's entire body was burnt and charred. But Wolverine wasn't an ordinary human. He had the power to heal himself. In just a short while, his body regenerated completely. Shiro was stunned. Only now did he understand why Wolverine never aged, because he couldn't die. Years passed. Shiro had grown old and sick, but he never forgot what Wolverine did for him, so he called him back to Japan. When Wolverine arrived, he found Shiro barely alive, kept breathing only by machines. Shiro told him he had a gift, something that could make Wolverine mortal again, because someone who lives forever also ends up losing everyone they care about. And living alone like that isn't a gift, it's a curse. But Wolverine soon realized it wasn't a gift, it was a trap. Shiro didn't want to help him. He wanted to steal Wolverine's power so he could become young again. Wolverine was furious. Shiro claimed he was doing it for his granddaughter, Mariko, that the country was full of criminals who wanted her dead. But Wolverine didn't believe him and walked away. That very night, Shiro died. Next morning, Wolverine attended his funeral, but Shiro's enemies had sent the mafia there. Now that Shiro was gone, they wanted to eliminate Mariko. Wolverine remembered Shiro's last words and decided to protect her. A brutal fight followed. Wolverine tried to save Mariko, but she was captured by the mafia. He tracked them down to their hideout, only to face the Silver Samurai. The battle began, and Silver Samurai sliced off Wolverine's claws. Then he attacked again, sending Wolverine crashing toward a cliff. As Wolverine tried to climb back up, his other claw was also cut off. Then, using a drill machine, Silver Samurai pierced his hand and began extracting his healing power. Wolverine managed to rip off his helmet and saw his face. It was Shiro. He had faked everything. He plotted Mariko's murder, trapped Wolverine, and waited for the right moment to steal his powers. Now Wolverine was getting weaker, while Shiro was becoming young again. Just then, Mariko arrived. She had seen it all. Furious, she stabbed Shiro using Wolverine's broken claw. Wolverine now stood over the man who had betrayed him. He destroyed every machine, every system Shiro had built, and with his new claws, ended it once and for all.